Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing a full body self-care routine. I love a good routine. I'm curious about other people's routines and how they can find a healthy balance in their life. So fitness has always been a priority of mine, but as I get older, I'm focusing on strength and mobility and recovery. I'm also paying more attention to track my cycle and my eating habits and stuff like that. So on my channel, I share a lot of routines, but really it's just about kind of carving out time to give yourself some love and attention, because so often we will outsource that. We'll look for that in other places instead of just really giving ourselves some attention and love and taking care of ourselves to whatever capacity that we can, given where we are currently in our life, and just building those baby steps to have those routines so that we can go confidently into the world. And so I want to continue to share that, but I think as my channel grows and as I grow, I talk more and more about growth mindset and resilience, and not just looking and feeling good on the outside, but that is a representation of how we feel on the inside. I'm a multi-passionate human. I find the world fascinating and I love to learn new things all the time. I'm also neurodivergent, so I tend to hyperfixate on my passions. And one of my hyperfixations over the years has been physical fitness, just wellness, and I've worked in that space as well for a long time. For years, I've studied it on my own and, I've had my own routines. As I've gotten older, my interest in the science of physical fitness and strength and mobility, and also the psychology of behavioral change and motivation and mindset and the small shifts that help workouts become something you return to instead of something on your checklist, something you just have to do. So something I had been thinking about for years. As a matter of fact, in college it was between kinesiology or music, but just continuing my education so that I really know the current science and updated information. So I decided to take the course to get certified through the National Academy of Sports Medicine. So I'm also continuing to study the science of the body. And that comes full circle to really just building sustainable routines that support energy, strength, and longevity. So this is a passion of mine, but I also want to serve you, share with you, and become a community so we can all be the best versions of ourselves. So yeah, that's really my goal. I'm pretty busy lately, but I'm trying to finish this by the end of the summer. That's my goal. It's kind of self-paced, so I can do it at my own pace. But yeah, I'm excited for the next chapter. And then in the meantime, I have my own personal goals in fitness, which have in the past year really grown a lot as well. So my personal goals are full body strength, mobility, core strength, and also just understanding my cycle and how to optimize my energy levels. This past year, I really feel like if I've done personal inventory, I've become physically and mentally the strongest that I've ever been. And a lot of that is attributed to training martial arts. Jiu-jitsu has been life-changing for me in so many ways. And then I do the training class before my jiu-jitsu, so training for the sport as well. I'm personally committed to becoming stronger. I grew up in Los Angeles in the entertainment industry, and a lot of the narrative was around size and weight and the number on the scale. And I think I can see the shift in society to becoming stronger and more capable, knowing that you can do more in your everyday life. You feel better, you feel more energized, and your mental health is improved as well. Right now I'm working with 15-pound weights, but I recently ordered 25 and then also a kettlebell and a medicine ball. And I'll be sharing that. I'm going up in weight, but I will be sharing workouts that you could do with lighter weights as well. 10s or 15s or even 8s are a good place to start for at-home workouts if you're just getting started, and then you can just continue to add weight. Just continuing to pick up heavier weight to test your limits, basically, while still maintaining proper form and not getting hurt. That is the goal there. So we do work out at the martial arts gym. We train jiu-jitsu. During the weekends, I typically do at-home workouts, and it was a beautiful day, so I wanted to get outside. I had lots of stuff I was going to do. And sometimes a workout is very invigorating. It gets me going so that I have the energy to actually do the tasks around my yard. And it takes a minute to get there, but it eventually does catch up. Love body weight workouts like proper push-ups, pull-ups. Those have made me way stronger, even just body weight lunges, squats, all of that. But then adding weight. And then I like to do abs, weighted abs as well for strong core. And then finishing with some stretching and mobility. I'll talk a little bit more in the future about my cycle, and when I'm in my luteal phase, I go a little lighter. I don't go as heavy. I don't train as hard. I use a period app to track my cycle and any symptoms that I have before my period so that I'm really aware. And then for my birthday, I got a Garmin watch. I previously had an Apple Watch, but I really like the Garmin just for fitness, tracking, sleep patterns, and all sorts of things. I actually just wasn't wearing it yesterday because I was charging it. I like the data. I like to understand my body and how to support my body best. Try to make sure to prioritize electrolytes and plenty of water, all very important for the function of our body. I find even that sometimes if I'm feeling low energy, I'm just dehydrated. It's crazy. It's taken me almost 40 years to figure that out, that I need to drink water and properly fuel my body. What a concept, right? But making sure that I'm fueling my body with the proper macros, including enough protein. So lately I've been drinking this protein shake that has creatine in it, which is making it easier for me because I was taking a lot of supplements and having a hard time keeping up with them. So I still have a few that I take. I take electrolytes, my protein drink, and then sometimes I'll do like the chlorophyll drops. I am going to do some dry brushing and then take an everything shower today, which means I'm going to wash my hair, condition it, shave my legs, scrub. So I take a shower every day, but sometimes I'm in and out, just very quick. Need to get clean and get on with my day. And then sometimes I do the everything shower where I shave, I scrub, I do a little hair mask, wash my face, maybe a mask, depending on how much time I have. After my everything shower, I'm going to do a full makeup, or like more than I usually wear every day. I usually wear a little bit every day, like this tinted sunscreen. This is from Elta MD, which I ordered recently on Amazon because it's a really good tinted sunscreen that I think is really effective as a sunscreen. It's lightweight and it looks really good as a tinted moisturizer. So I wanted to make sure I got that before the summer so that I'm really protecting my skin during the summer months. So I'm bringing that down to my neck and chest. I'll be talking a little bit more about summer skincare here in the next few weeks too, and some of my favorites, curling my lashes, and then just doing my normal makeup routine, which I've shared, I feel like, a million times on my channel. My friend from the gym, Jess, she invited me, her and her kids were going to the fair / the rodeo. So they invited me and my kids to go, and we have a lot of homeschool families at the gym, so we do field trips and just like fun events, and like in each town there's different events. There's different fairs or like farmers markets, or I don't know, just all sorts of fun things happening all the time. And so it's great. I love taking the kids. I love meeting up with my friends, and all the different moms always have different things that they're doing. So it's been really, really good for our family. I've never been to a rodeo, and either had the kids, so we thought, this looks like fun. Actually, my neighbors back at our old house, they had an arena, and him and his wife did he and his daughter were like professional barrel racers. So I would go over sometimes and just watch them practice. And he was a stunt man he did stunts for Back to the Future and stuff. That was back in my old house. But I've never, since living here, never been to a rodeo. So it was cool to see the barrel racing and everything. So the only thing I'm doing a little bit differently for this look is using the Jones Road eyeshadow crayon, which I love because it just makes it really easy to do the eyeshadow thing. I don't do a full beat of makeup by any means, but I'll do my everyday routine and then maybe add a little bit of that crayon just to kind of darken around my eyes, which I think is nice if you're going out at night. And then I am a creature of habit. I pretty much wear the same thing every day. Jeans and a black tank. Not very creative, but where I do get creative is shoes. I love shoes and I love a good jacket. So I have my cowboy boots that I love these. I've been wearing them since the last house, just like when I would ride horses and everything too. And then I'm spraying my current favorite perfume right now that I got for my birthday from So de Janeiro. And then a little bit of this vanilla bean perfume as well. The combination just smells really, really yummy. And then I'm drinking my protein shake. And then I am going to grab this really cute jacket I got. Oh, I'm going to put some lotion on too, so I'm nice and hydrated. Because it has been dry lately. It hasn't actually been very humid, which sometimes it is in Tennessee. And when it's dry, my skin just gets dry. And I'm going to put on a jacket I found on Poshmark years ago when I was actually coming out to Nashville before I moved here to do a gig. And I got this adorable star jacket and I thought, you know what, I'm pulling this one out and wearing this tonight with my cowboy boots too. So anyway, that was a full self-care day. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to be really consistent this summer with content, so be sure you're subscribed. Keep your eyes peeled for new videos every week, and I'll see you very soon in my next video.